Oi oi, my name's Alex and welcome back to Toad. This time I'm going to be painting up a 2000 point Wide Bearers army. Well, close to 2000 points, so I've already got some of it done, part of which you've already seen in an earlier video. Now, this army will be for a game that I've got in a couple of weeks, but I don't really have much time as I'm a university student, so I need to get it done soon. But with that, instructions out of the way, let's get to the painting desk. Welcome to my desk. By now you've probably worked out what's going on. As you can see, it's unfortunately quite late at night, and I'm an idiot for doing this. However, I have a game in a couple of days, so I have to get the rest of this army painted. Yeah, I've got about 1,500 to 1,750 points primed. I've run out of primer, so I'll have to deal with that at a later date. But hopefully I can get this done before my mental faculties start to fail. And if not, oh well, it'll be entertaining nonetheless. I messed up. Last night, a couple of mates and I decided to go out for a couple of drinks. And now it's 1 on the following day. In the afternoon. So I've lost some time, but hopefully I can salvage it. We'll see. But yeah. Gonna get back to painting. Check back in a bit, I guess. It was at this point that I finally started being able to move on to other models, as up until now I had just been painting Abaddon with the spoiler, which had taken me the better part of about 6 hours. So I was losing time on this. However, I made it up fairly quickly by getting through the next set of HQ units with relative ease. For the elites of this army, I wanted to go for more of a Ashen Circle colour scheme, like that found in the Heresy, with the grey armour, the silver trim and the red shoulder pads. I did this on my Terminators and Chosen. I'm also painting up this army to be part of the Graven Star chapter, which is a Heresy era chapter which got destroyed during the Battle of Calth. However, if I'm wrong, please let me know. I would love to know more about the history of this legion. But yeah,
This is because I wanted it to be a tank legion, and the Graven Star are the most famous for using armoured units in the Heresy.
Painting for about 4 hours straight around now, and I am 7 models in out of another 30 odd, so hopefully I'll be alright. I'll keep going. I'm just watching a couple of movies at the moment, which should hopefully get me through.
Variation in the armour that I was painting to reduce how bored I was, so I was alternating between painting a grey armoured unit and a red armoured unit. I did however discover a trick later on that would make painting red armour significantly easier and more manageable. However, I didn't notice that for about another 10 hours, which really annoyed me in the end, but I was getting through my army. At this point I was basically done with all the elites. I just had 5 chosen left, and I was almost ready to move on to painting the standard Marines.
Been painting for about 12 hours straight, minus the break for a walk. My back is starting to hurt quite a bit due to being crouched over so much. So I'm gonna call it over tonight. I'm gonna get back to it in the morning, and we'll get through the rest of the models in record time. I only have about another 15 Space Marines, and then I've got the 4 vehicles to do, so hopefully I should be able to get all that done. And we're back. So, it's nice and early, ignore the clock.
It was at this point that I worked out the secret to painting space marines that I really should have learned sooner. This being, it's significantly easier to paint the trim if you just dry brush the model the colour of the trim first. It saves so much time, and it's arguably a more enjoyable experience because I was no longer beating myself up over the fact that I was messing up painting the trim and getting the silver back on the red, which I had already painted. So, all in all, I'd highly recommend the process of dry brushing your model's silver first, instead of painting the armour and then trying to finish them afterwards. I also painted the Forge Fiend the same way as the Marines, due to it essentially just being a larger Space Marine. It's a lovely model, and I would highly recommend anybody to paint it if you get the chance to, because it was probably one of the most enjoyable parts of the whole experience for me.
Hello, just finished off for the evening and I'm going to call it here. I've got pretty much every model done apart from the 3 tanks, but that's due to 2 of them not having primer on them. It's also getting rather late and I have lectures tomorrow, so I'm going to prioritise that. But all in all, I got all the Marines painted, got a Forge Fiend sorted, my entire command structure, and it's ready to go alongside the rest of the army. I will get some glamour shots in a couple days after the game, but yeah, hopefully it's alright. I will get the tanks painted up and I will likely make a post about that on Instagram when they're done. But thank you for being with me for the time being, and I'll be back with you probably after the game, let you know how it went. With that, it's all done. I'm overall pretty happy, though slightly disappointed with the fact that I wasn't able to get my tanks fully painted. However, I did get every other model painted, and I did get two different colours of paint on the tanks, so they were technically game legal. Technically. Please let me know what you think about the models. I wouldn't ever recommend doing this, as it was rather stressful trying to get all the models done in time and still, you know, function as a human outside of just painting models for 2 and a bit days straight. The game went alright. I didn't win, that's because I went with a more narratively themed list, which is what I always prefer going for, as I'm not really much of a gamer. I just do it for a little bit of fun on the side, as it is part of the hobby. But I hope you enjoyed watching the video. This is my first time being on camera, but hey. So please let me know if there's anything I can do to improve, and I'll hopefully see you next time, where I'll be continuing to work on the Wordbearer's Army with a new edition. See you next time.